Hey guys, welcome. It is Monday, September 2nd. I apologize that y'all are not able to join us. I'm hoping you're watching this later. But we are going to talk about circles and parabolas tonight, so get ready. So we are looking at our worksheet right now, and we're going to talk about circles first. So I'm seeing that we have this center radius, sketch the graph, and it's like, oh my goodness, I know if it's x plus whatever and y plus whatever, but it's not. So we're going to have to go ahead and figure out how to rewrite it so that it fits excellently. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull all my x's. I'm going to say x squared minus 6x. I'm going to do my y's. So y squared plus 4y. And then I'm going to go ahead and move this 23 to the other side. So equals 23. Now I intentionally left some space for me. That way I can figure out what's going here. And then I'm going to have to add it to both, or both to the other side. So let's see, I know that we have a 1 in front, so that makes it a little bit easier, no GCF. So negative 6 divided by 2 is negative 3. Negative 3 squared is a positive 9. What you put here, you must put here. That's going to give us x minus 3 squared. Awesome. All right, let's look at our 4y. So 4 divided by 2 is 2. 2 squared is 4, so 4. And that's going to give us y plus 2. All squared, equals, well, let's grab our calculator, 23 plus 9 plus 4 is a 36. All right, so at this point, we can now start saying stuff of the center is 3, comma, let's see, negative 2. And then this is our radius squared, so when you unsquare that, we get a radius of 6. So 3, negative 2 with a radius of 6. We're going to go 3, negative 2's right here. And then a radius of 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, good, I'm off the paper. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's a pretty big circle. Again, I am going to go off my grid a little bit, and that's fine. Okay, so as we look through this, make sure we remember that it's the x and y, and they have to be squared, and they have to be positive. And usually, always it's going to be the ones. That's how we identify circles. Okay, so let's look at this next one. So I see the endpoints of a diameter are these. So that means we need to go find the midpoint. So my midpoint is going to be, let's see, 5 plus negative 5 all divided by 2. And 17 plus negative 9 all divided by 2. And I get my midpoint. If you remember, the midpoint is just the center, and that's going to be 0, 4. Excellent. So now we know my equation is going to start off being x plus 0, which is just really x squared. And then we have y minus 4, all squared. Super. Okay. Well, now we need to go find that radius. So I'm going to pick the point 5, 17 and the point 0, 4, and let's find the distance between that. So we're going to have 5 minus 0, all squared, plus 17 minus 4, all squared. And that's going to give us a square root of 194, which means when we plug it in as r squared, we're going to get a whole number, 194. And there is my equation of a circle. Okay, on number 3, it's a little bit easier because you have the center and you have a point. So all you have to do is just this distance part to figure out the radius. Okay, great job, everybody. All right, so before we go to the next part, I do want to talk about parabolas, and I want to talk about the general equations of them. So I posted this on the news bulletin, so y'all always have it. So if it is open up or down, the x is always going to be the squared piece. And notice that it's 4p is beside the y piece. The left and right are going to be y squared, and again, that is a 4p. Up is positive because it's positive y values, therefore it's a positive 4p. Same with the positive 4p that's going to the right. These are positive right values. As you go to the right on the x-axis is positive, so it's going to be opening right. And that's what it says right here. If it's up if p is greater than 0, down if p is less than 0. Okay, so please notice you have the directrix, you have the vertex, you have the focus, you have the axis of symmetry. All of that's there so that way it can help you graph. Okay, so let's go back to our worksheet. All right, so we're looking at number 4, and it says find the vertex, directrix, and focus of the parabola and sketch the graph. So I'm seeing that this is going to be an x squared, which means we're either going up or down. It's a positive 1/4, which means that we are going up. Now, if you remember though, the p is actually supposed to be right here. So I'm going to go ahead and multiply by 4, and I'm going to get 4y minus 1 equals x plus 2 all squared. So the 4 is equal to 4p, divide by 4, and you get p to be 1. So now we know we're going to have to go up and down 1 to get to our focus and our directrix. So let's take a look at this center. So I'm seeing the center is going to be -2, +1. Great, so -2, +1. There's my graph. That's my starting point. My directrix. From there, let's see, we know this is a +4, so we know it's going up, which means my directrix is down. So we're going to go down 1, which puts us at this of y equals 0. My focus is the other direction, which is up 1, which puts me at the point -2, 2. And there's my graph. Okay, not terrible. Hopefully you all got that pretty good. All right, let's look at number 5. So I'm going to, So I'm looking at number 5, and I'm seeing that it is a y squared. And the the fact that it's a y squared tells me that it is going to be a left or a right graph. 12 is positive, which tells me it's going to the right, so I know it's going to be opening to the right. So let's see, I know that my 12 is equal to 4p, divided by 4, my p is 3. So I'm going to have to go left, right, up and down, or left and right to get to that 3. Let's see, the vertex, -3, +4, so -3, +4. So I'll go 1, 2, 3, there's my directrix at x equals -6. 1, 2, 3, that's the point 0, 4, which is my focus. Okay, again, it's just a rough sketch after that, so you just know it's opening to the right because of the +12. You can go from there. Okay, so number 6, I'm going to let you do that one. You can kind of count. I'm seeing that's at -1.5, and the other one is at 1.5. Okay, the other number 7's pretty good. It's pretty straightforward of how you got to do it. You just have to figure out what the middle is. That'll tell you the ending of it. On number 8, I'm seeing that it is a y squared function. So because it is y squared, I know that I'm going to have to do what I did with the circles a minute ago. Y squared plus 8y plus something equals the 20x, subtract the 20x over, and the -56, 156. Great, so we're going to do 8 divided by 2, which gives me 4. 4 squared is 16. So add 16. And I get y plus 4 all squared equals -20x minus 140. I'm going to pull out a -20, and I'm going to get x plus 7. And a look, I have a 4p, and I have a vertex of -4 or -7, -4. It's just so pretty. And I'm going to let y'all finish that one now that we've got it set up for you. Okay. Holler, email, text, whatever you need if you have any questions. Thanks, guys.